Hello everybody, Jake here. Welcome to the video. Welcome to the channel if you're new. In today's episode of Making Chelsea Champions, we're getting close to the end of Season 2 now, and we have a Champions League semi-final, as promised, the second leg against FC Bayern Munich. When we last saw it, it was going to be between Bayern or Dortmund, but obviously Bayern went through, so we've got them, and if we were to make it through, we actually have Juventus in the final, as they've already gone and beat Porto 5-1 on aggregate. So Juventus are into the final, they're the best team in the Serie A. It's going to be a tough challenge, but I think easier than the Manchester United tie that we had last year, if we do make a final. But as you can see, we're doing quite well for ourselves, going 2-0 into this second leg. Now, we'll go into all of that in a minute, but firstly, I don't know if I mentioned it in the last episode, but we have signed a new contract with Chelsea now. They're very happy with us, so it looks like, even if we don't win the Champions League this year, there'll definitely be more seasons of this to come. I haven't fully decided yet what we're going to do with the series if we do win the Champions League, whether we end it and start something new. So if you guys want to let me know in the comments what you think we should do with this series, whether we should move on to a new one, or end this series, or keep this series going, let me know. And as always, if you just want to comment about anything, whether it's about real life football, obviously Frank Lampard got sacked recently, I know a lot of you are Chelsea fans, maybe you want to talk about that, maybe you just want to talk about the game, anything random. It's always nice to hear from you guys and to start a little community of you all in the comments. And once again, I'm going to ask if we can hit the normal target for these videos, which is 20 likes. If we can do that, that would be amazing. So if you haven't hit that like button, then please do so. And if we are past 20, then let's keep it going, because every little like helps, and it pushes these videos out to more people. So thank you for that. And if you haven't already, then hit the subscribe button, as we get close to 1,000 subscribers now, which again is going to be an absolutely immense thing when we hit it. But we haven't played that many games since you last saw us beat Man City in the Champions League. Since then, we did unfortunately lose one match in extra time, unfortunately, to Manchester United in the FA Cup semi-final. So we won't be winning an FA Cup this year. Man United played pretty well. It was quite an even game. Donnarumma made a few mistakes. Haaland kept us in it, but then it went to extra time and Man U just nipped it. We weren't performing poorly or anything like that. It was just one of them games. But then we turned it around and beat Leeds in the next game. Bayern Munich at home 2-0, Milinkovic-Savic and Pulisic getting the goals there, and then we beat Southampton 3-1. Now, you might have saw when I first loaded up the video, we're not actually top of the league right now, but that's because we have a game in hand on Liverpool, 1 point behind them, 3 games left for us, 2 games left for them. We have fairly easy games. Liverpool, if I remember right, have quite hard fixtures. So basically, we just need to keep winning our fixtures, and that is Nottingham Forest, Everton and Sheffield. If it looks like we won't be doing that at any point, I might record a video, but I would expect if we do win today's game, the next episode will be the final one of Season 2 and possibly the series, which will be the Champions League final against Juventus. So that's kind of like the plan of the series. I don't know what's going to happen again. Do let me know what you think we should do in the comments. But today we are playing Bayern Munich. We know that. I think we can win. Obviously, we did start off with Bayern Munich in our group. We were second seeds, they were first seeds. If we go all the way back up here, let's find it. Bayern Munich, here we go. We drew 0-0 at home, which we've obviously bested this time and won 2-0. And then when we played them away, I think we drew again, 1-1, here we go, away at Bayern Munich's ground. And obviously we did stop them getting an away goal in this Champions League tie here by winning 2-0. So I think we should be okay. It's kind of similar to what we did at Man City, where we beat them 2-0 at home. And then that kind of meant that they had to go for it in the second leg, and we could take advantage of that. So I'm hoping we do that again today. But let's go and look at the team that we're going to use for this match. And that is Donnarumma, Reece James, Tomori, Zuma, Mendes, pretty much the back line for all of the season. At one point we did try Ampadu instead of Zuma, but when we brought Zuma back, there's no reason not to have him in there. Camavinga, Kante, Milinkovic-Savic, Oyarzabal, Pulisic instead of Hudson-Odoi, just because Pulisic's been in good form. Hudson-Odoi is just coming off of an injury, and Erling Haaland up front, of course. So I don't think there's much else to be said, so we'll probably just get straight into the game now, and hopefully get a win and get into the Champions League final yet again. Hopefully we'll go one better this time and win it. But yeah, let's get straight into it, and I'll see you in the match. Okay, and here we go, the game is underway, and as always we've got our good luck Danny Drinkwater poster here. He almost got in a bit of trouble when Frank Lampard got sacked, because apparently he posted a picture of himself knee-side and celebrating. He eventually came out and apparently apologised for it. He didn't mean it, it wasn't meant anything to do with Lampard getting sacked, but it did seem a bit suspicious. But we'll let him off because he is the almighty Danny Drinkwater, although according to reports a lot of bad stuff went down in that Chelsea changing room. Apparently a lot of the older players were putting pressure on the board to get rid of Lampard, were apparently bullying some of the younger players, and the younger players were reporting it to the captain, Azpilicueta, who tried to sort it out. But supposedly players like Rudiger, Jorginho, Alonso, the kind of players that I think Chelsea will be looking to get rid of, were causing a lot of problems. Although I'm very much in the camp of, I think Lampard did a great job, but I'm not going to be anti-Tuchel now that Tuchel's supposedly coming in. At the time of recording he hasn't just yet. Because at the end of the day, it's Chelsea. We've got to back the manager, whoever it is, and hopefully he does well in probably a short time here, because let's be honest, it's probably not going to last very long. But in this Chelsea match here, we are 30 minutes in, and I don't think this game's going to last very long either, because nothing has happened so far. not really any highlights. We had an early chance with Haaland, but nothing much since then. But here is Haaland with a chance to wrap up the tie. I say wrap up, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but Haaland has been in absolute unstoppable form. Like he has been all season, but in the last few games he's been unplayable. No one can even defend against him. It's a great ball forward from Tomori to find Haaland in a bit of space. We do use Tomori as a ball-playing defender. Unfortunately, he's gone out on loan in real life too. But here we go. Haaland has gone and scored, and that away goal will really, I think, I don't want to say settle the tie, but it looks like it's going to help us a lot. Bayern would actually have to score 4 goals, make it 4-1 to stand a chance of knocking us out. So I think we're doing really well for ourselves. We'll just keep pushing. Hopefully everyone stays fit. Like I say, that Tomori thing is strange because they've loaded him out in real life, but with an option to buy for the other team, for AC Milan, which seems like a weird one. He seemed really good when he was playing for his last season, but then all of a sudden he just stopped playing. No one really knows what happened, but you know, hopefully he will one day come back, but I imagine AC Milan, once they see how good he is, will buy him straight away. Pulisic having a chance there, but it got blocked, and that is a good start to the second half for us. We'll demand a bit more. Actually, no, we're going to praise people. We don't do it often enough, and we can see they're all still smiley, so that's good. This seems like it'd be quite a quick video unless something else goes wrong. It is absolutely hailing on my window right there, so hopefully you guys can't hear it, but N'Golo Kante has gone and scored. We can just imagine that the hailstones, the crowd screaming his name, because that was an amazing goal from Kante. Been in good form recently, to be honest. I've been thinking a lot about if the series does continue, I might have to replace N'Golo Kante because I'm just not sure he's going to be up to level for the coming years because obviously he is like 30, 31, something like that. And we've got the likes of Mason Mount, we've got a lot of money, and there have been some scouting targets who have came up who also look good. So I'm not really sure what we're going to do there. I think there's no reason to sell Kante though. He's playing well for us unless we got like a huge offer for him that just made sense because of his age. Yeah, he's 31, so still a world-class midfielder, but maybe we'll have to move him on one day. Milinkovic-Savic isn't having his best game, so we're going to bring him off for Mason Mount. We're also going to try and bring Ziyech on because I'm trying to win him over at the minute because he won't sign a new contract. He's asked to leave. You can already see his body language isn't good at all. I think we might be losing Hakim Ziyech if we do another season. Doesn't really want to be here. He was injured for a long time. Then I just didn't really work him back into the team and he got a bit annoyed at that. As for a new contract, and then even though he's probably good enough to be a squad player, he wanted to be like one of the most important players at the club, which I said no to. So yeah, he's a bit hard to keep happy. We did have some bids in January for him, which I turned down, but if he has to go this summer, he might just have to go. He's nearly 30 years old. We can definitely get a good replacement for him. And Oyarzabal has definitely shown that he's better than Ziyech, I think, this season. So maybe we'll have to lose him. But these are the subs I'm going to make. Mount in midfield, Ziyech on the right, and Hudson-Odoi on the left. Just to freshen things up and make sure we get a win and kind of preserve some of our better players so that they don't get injured in the coming games. So 20 minutes to go. This could be quite an easy episode, quite a short episode. But, you know, sometimes this happens. We're looking very good recently. We are looking like one of the better teams. Do let me know what you thought of the match in the comments because it looks like it's going to end pretty soon. But yeah, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone. I know I always do it, but like, how crazy is it that like every time I make a new video, it seems like we're talking about a new target. We are slowly getting closer to 1,000. At the time of recording, it's like 910. I imagine in a few days it will probably be like 920 and we'll be even closer. So, you know, if you have been watching the videos, if you are enjoying, feel free to hit that subscribe button. It doesn't affect you guys in any way. You can choose to not watch the videos anyway. Great save from Donnarumma there. And again, if you want to hit the notification bell, then you'll be notified when I upload. And I don't know if you know how YouTube works, but the quicker you view a video, not the quicker, how do I put it? The first hour of a YouTube video's life, how well it performs then determines how well it will perform in the long run most of the time. So if I get like no views in the first hour, then it's not going to go on to do well. But if I get like 10 views, 10 likes, all of a sudden it might go on to do well. Now, that's not me saying like, oh, please watch, please like and all that. More just a suggestion because, you know, if you hit that notification bell, you won't miss any uploads because of how unregular my schedule is. It will help you guys out. And of course, that helps me out too in pushing these videos out to more people. But the fact that we're talking about getting close to 1,000 subscribers is nuts. Again, it's something I've been looking forward to for a long time and something else I've been looking forward to for a long time, considering how long this series has been going on for, is a chance to redeem ourselves in the Champions League final. And we've got a chance now because we have beaten Bayern Munich 2-0 in both legs. So we beat them 2-0 at home and 2-0 away, which really just shows how good we are this season. And I fancy us against Juventus. I don't see why we wouldn't be able to beat them. Let's go find out where the Champions League final will be held and stuff like that, just so we know what kind of game we are going into. Everyone played really well there. No one really had any poor performances. We're apparently in the Club World Cup Championship, so that's going to be something we've got to deal with later. Not something I'm really fond of playing in, to be honest, but you know, sometimes it has to be done. And this is something I want to mention as well before we go and look at like where we're playing. If you look at my camera now, I've got quite a lot of light on my face, and now there isn't so much, and it's just going to keep switching, and that's because obviously there's a bit of white on the screen. So I was thinking about obviously one day getting some good lighting so that it's hopefully like this a bit more often and you don't have to deal with these lights. But it does also make me think maybe picking up a light skin, because you can get like different versions of the Football Manager skin. I know there is a light skin out now, so if you guys might want to see a skin that's more like white instead of dark, do let me know. Again, it's not anything that's majorly important, but I think it could be, and we are apparently going to be playing in St. Petersburg. That's Russia, isn't it? St. Petersburg, yeah. 64,000 capacity stadium, a new stadium kind of built in 2017. Going to be a good game for sure, and I think, again, we'll have a look at Juventus, see how they're doing this season, but I think we can take them out. They absolutely walked the Serie A, to be honest. Like, considering how good Inter, AC Milan, some of them are this year, and Lazio too, who we really struggled against, Juventus have gone and absolutely smashed it. We should really actually take a look at these here. It might not be as easy a game as I think. They've got a good goalkeeper, a good back line. They play wing backs, which might throw us off because we don't usually play against that kind of system. A really strange system, to be honest. And of course, they've got Cristiano Ronaldo, 37 years old now, probably going to be one of his last Champions League. So he'll want to do well. He'll want to win another one. But I think squad-wise, we've got a better squad than them. They've got an ageing squad, a squad with players like Fekir, who probably wouldn't do that well in our team. But yeah, you get the idea. I think player by player, other than maybe the likes of Ronaldo and De Ligt, we've probably got a better squad, so I think we should go out and get a win there. Like, at one point I was going to buy Bentancur, but I figured we had better players, so we should do this. I think we can win the Champions League final. That will probably be the next episode. 90% sure it will be. If things do start going wrong and all of a sudden it comes down to a final day of the season like before, you'll probably see the Sheffield game, because obviously we are trying to exact revenge on Liverpool after last season, where, if you don't know, us and Liverpool finished on the same points, the same wins, everything, but Liverpool scored one more goal than us, and it was absolutely heartbreaking. But yeah, I think that'll be the end of today's episode. It's been a pretty good one, a pretty easy, comfortable one. We've beaten Bayern Munich, knocked them out of the Champions League, a great show of force from us. Sorry if it wasn't as entertaining as some episodes. Like, sometimes when you get a game where it's like 4-3, obviously that's more entertaining than a 2-0 win. But it is what it is. There wasn't many highlights, and sometimes you just have to deal with that. But if you did enjoy it, don't forget to hit the like button, comment down below if you want to get involved, and subscribe and hit the notification bell for more content like this. I thank you always for the support. Thank you so much. And hopefully in one of these videos soon we can hit 1,000 subscribers. And I think I'll start talking maybe in the next episode about possible like 1,000 subs. I don't want to seem stupid, but 1,000 subscriber specials. Maybe you guys want to ask things, I don't know, and I can just talk about it while I play Football Manager, something like that. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video, guys. Goodbye.